Hi, my name is Adam, and thanks for joining me on my Odyssey. First, I want to take a minute to thank both of my YouTube followers. I appreciate it, and that's just a joke. That's my little joke. But today I'm going to open up a bit about some struggles that I've had in my life, um, and it's related to my size and some things that I've learned about it. Now, because of my size, I've obviously had a pretty decently low self esteem for most of my life. And I've been bigger than most people for pretty much as long as I can remember. Um, I've been bullied in school, before school, and after school. I've been bullied. And the thing about that is that I allowed people to bring me down for so long that I started to see myself as just a fat person. There wasn't anything to me but my body size. And it really kind of messed with my head. Um, and it affected things that are still pretty affected. I've still got some issues, and I'll get into that. But I didn't value myself, and I didn't like myself. And for a very long time, even as I started the Odyssey, I didn't like myself at all. I could say I hated myself. I did not like myself at all. And this affected my romantic life as an adult as well. I started to seek out partners who only liked guys with a body type that I've got, like really big guys. I didn't seek out people who liked my personality, who were interested in things that I have things in common with them. I didn't do any of that. Like literally, the only qualification for me was that they must like fat dudes. That was pretty much it, and it really uh, didn't build much of a relationship, and that's why I've had so many relationships that just didn't last very long because they weren't based on anything other than, hey, I like your body type. Hey, I have that body type. That's all there is to it. And because my relationships didn't last very long, I was putting too much thought into what my partner thought about my body instead of building something meaningful. And I've done that for so long. And I do that it puts a lot of pressure on me, even still. And it is something that I'm working on and I'm trying to get through. But even still, as I date someone, I'm like, in my head wondering how they feel about my body. Like, would they want me to change? Do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? Um, it's really hard once you're in that mindset to get out of that mindset, and it's really not fun at all. And it makes it's really hard on myself for it, and it's a major struggle. And like I said, it's a habit that I'm trying to break. Like even now, as I date, I try to find more things that I have in common with people. I try to build more of an emotional and mental connection, and I'm trying to break the habit of asking everybody that I start to date, "Are you into big guys?" That's usually the first question that I'll ask is, "Are you into big guys?" or "Are you into fat dudes?" or something like that. And I'm really trying to break that habit because it demeans me, to be honest with you. It demeans me and it puts me into a box that I don't really deserve to be in because there's a lot more to me than my weight. Um, Now, about when I hit my lowest point in this odyssey, I met a woman on an app for people who uh, fetishize being overweight. Um, and when we started talking, I told her about my plans to lose weight, and she was really disappointed. And she was talking about how I should gain weight instead of losing weight, and she would like that. Instead of that, she was willing to deal with it. Um, and then as things evolved, I was really eager to please her, and I wanted her to be happy. And this is my dog Nibbler. He apparently wants to say hello and be a part of everything. But as things of I'm sorry, I'm gonna leave this in because this is my dog and he is amazing. But as things evolved with this girl, I I was so eager to make sure that she wanted to stay with me that I gave up my goals. I compromised, and I told her that I'd stop losing weight at 300 pounds so I wouldn't get too small for her. And she was okay with that instead of the gaining. And then that's when I stopped doing things. You know, I, for a long time, was carrying a full gallon jug of water with me everywhere I go. I was taking the stairs. I was watching when I eat. I was meal prepping. I was doing everything. And then I eventually stopped drinking a gallon of water. I stopped taking the stairs. I stopped eating salads. I stopped doing everything that I was doing. I just stopped everything. And that, my friends, is failure. That is true failure. When you stop what you're doing and you just give up, that is failure. You don't have to be successful, but when you actually give up, that is failure. And the only person that I can blame is myself. Now, I know that I mentioned that it was for a woman and all this other stuff, but she's not to blame. I am to blame. And I allowed myself to negotiate my goals for something that wasn't worth it. And it still isn't worth it. It'll never be worth it. You know, I realize that. Nobody is worth me compromising my goals. And it was a hard reality to face, but it's one that I needed to face. And I need to be a lot stronger willed than I have been. And I need to stop putting so much pressure on myself and my body and relying on that, on my physical appearance to be the deciding factor in whether or not somebody wants to be in a relationship with me. Because it really, you know, after so long, it really messes with your head, and it's really messed with mine a lot. And, you know, it's something that, like I said, I'm working on. I'm definitely working on it. And it was a stupid mistake, and it was one that I've learned from. And what I've learned is that there's more to me than a body. And anyone I date needs to like all of me. And especially in my journey, they need to be cool with, hey, I'm losing weight. And if it's somebody that doesn't think I should lose weight, that's bye. That's them. You know, I'm gonna stay on track, and I'm going to reach my goals. And I'm not going to fall into a trap again of letting anybody else deter me, because I'm better than that. I really do think I'm better than that. And you know, anybody that needs my body to be a certain way to date me isn't really worthy of me. And that's not to say I'm God's gift to women. It's just that, you know, I deserve somebody who loves me, you know, right now, during my journey, and when I meet my goal. Somebody who's going to be there for the whole thing. That's what I need. I don't want somebody who, you know, is just looking for the end result or just looking for now. You know what I mean? And that's when that happens. I'm not desperately trying to find anyone, or I'm not desperate to get in a serious relationship or anything like that. But when it happens, that's what needs to happen. And I also learned, you know, there's nothing worth giving up on my goals, and there's nothing worth giving up on your goals, because you only live once, really. And if you give up your goals, you better make damn sure it's worth it, because if it's not, you're just going to have a lot of regret, and that is no way to live life. You don't want to live life with regret. You know, this is my health and my life, and they're very related. Like, if I'm not healthy, I'm not going to live that long, and I can't compromise on that anymore. It's not wise. And so I guess my main point in this video is that I'm not going to lose weight to be what somebody wants me to be, or what somebody might want me to be. I'm losing weight for me. I'm taking things into my own hands, and you know, this is for me, and it's going to stay for me. And I'm going to keep my eyes on my goal, and I'm not going to get distracted. And, you know, while mentally I'm still a work in progress, and I've got a lot of things to work through, you know, related to my size, you know, I'm getting there, and that's what's really important. So thank you for joining me on my little ramble about my body and some things that I'm working on. I want to thank anybody who's watching this. And, you know, if you're in a weight loss journey as well, Nibbler wants to say hi again, apparently. This is my dog, Nibbler. You know, anybody who's in a weight loss journey, do it for you. And don't give up for anybody. Nobody is worth it. Literally nobody is worth giving up your goals for at all. Because if they're really important, they're going to support your goals. And they're going to help you achieve them in any way that they can. So thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And Nibbler says goodbye also.